Cash, you've been with your man for a while. If you heard allegations of him cheating or doing something heinous, not from him, but you heard it in the, you heard it walking around, you heard it on the TV, you heard it chatar patar, this one tells you. What's your reaction?
I'll confront him first.
Your what?
I'll ask him first.
What would you ask him? How would you approach him?
I've heard some news and I want to confirm if it's true.
So you're assuming there's something behind it?
I mean, if you hear something on the news, that's really big. And you're not aware of it. So if you're not aware of it, you can do your research, number one. And if things are starting to add up, then it's time for you to have a conversation with your partner.
See, Uncle Sammy, what did I say about women?
Yeah, because honestly, if that came out against me, I would hope my girl would be like, there's no way this is true. Like, that would be the first thing that they think of, because it would be obviously made up. Like, I would hope they would have our back if that
Uncle
was
Sammy, you live
the
in a
case.
dream world.
Yeah, but the thing is, they know you, right? So it's like the first
But it
instinct
doesn't
shouldn't
matter.
be like,
No.
hey, could this be true, right? It
No.
should not be that way.
It
if they
doesn't
know
matter.
you well enough.
Let's hear Cash. Let's hear Cash follow up.
I know you guys are talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I don't know if you remember Becky with the good hair.
Yeah, but that was him cheating, though.
Yeah, but once a cheater, it's gonna be always gonna be a cheater.
I'm asking you for your man.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll ask him, and if he keeps saying no, I will show him the proof. If he keeps denying and saying, "Oh, it's not true,"
Isn't that enough?
no, that's not enough.
Why?
That's not enough.
Why?
Because for something to be on the news, they had to really have good evidence and proof to put it on the news.
You see, so you think this girl who we already said lied about this, got to the news because she went to the news, it's good enough, even though it's proven that it's not?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
The other thing is, how
It's-
do you feel after you find out it's not true?
Mm.
To Cash, right? Let's
I
say you
understand
asked him all these
that, but
questions.
I understand where you guys are coming from in terms of how do you react if it's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm asking him and he's saying it's not true, then
Can you accept that?
I will try to accept that.
You will try to accept
but-
that.
Yes.
But would he be wrong if he wanted to break up at that point, though? Because now you already questioned him. Then you find out after the fact, after you questioned him and accused him of all these things. Now he feels a type of way because he was innocent this whole time, but you didn't stand beside him. Would he be wrong for
No.
wanting to end the relationship for that reason?
No.
This is why. Thanks for proving that point, Uncle Sam, because this is why I go back to it's not your girl, it's your turn. There's always, regardless, the mindset is different. You know what I mean? There's no, we are a pack.
It's the
We are one. We are together. Let's rule this world together. You and I versus the world.
Yeah.
It's not Bonnie and Clyde.
No, it wouldn't happen that way. Look for example, Cardi B.
man.
How
Mhm.
many times were she cheated on?
Yeah, but I think
I didn't say
that's
about Cardi. I'm
different,
not
though.
talking about. I'm talking about you and your man.
Okay, I have a question. Since
There's no history there.
I'm not aware of the Beyonce situation. Did she find out about the information about Jay-Z and what happened?
No, well, everybody found out basically at the same time. I
And
don't
did
know if
she
she found out
believe?
before.
Well, we're saying because all of a sudden Beyonce changed her last name.
Uh-huh.
Something is there. Why would you do that at this time?
Yeah, or you're selfishly looking at your brand and try to distance yourself from Jay-Z.
Well, he's
but
already
if
done a
he's
lot
your-
to her anyway, so
If-
I mean, her situation is different.
No,
He's
but
done a lot for
but-
her, so even if this stuff is circulating now,
no, but here's the thing. Cheating and the R word are two totally different things, though. Right? Like, cheating does not get you in jail. right? Those other allegations, if true, could get you in jail and like really mess up your life. So, and from those cheating allegations that was there, like they're still together.
And
There's
you
no divorce.
apparently forgave him because you had more kids after.
Some people stay with each other, especially if they have to face the world. For them, they're a couple of showing the world that everything is good, but you don't know what's happening.
But if everything is good, why is the woman the first one to bail out?
Who's more richer? Jay-Z?
It doesn't matter at their level. Like honestly, it doesn't matter at their level. 1 billion versus 2 billion.
I mean, if they divorce, someone's gonna get something.
Yeah, but
whatever.
But some people are afraid to lose what they have, so that's why they stay in relationships. Which is what I'm saying. They will say, "Oh yeah, I believe what you're saying is true, so I'm not gonna go search for any other information." But yeah, so to answer your question, I will ask my partner, and if he said he didn't do it, then he didn't do it, right? And I will try to work with that.
So
sounds very convincing because a different answer earlier.
I'm kind of siding with Cash here.
All right, side you woman.
So what? I'm not fully agreeing, but I'm like kind of on the fence. So a part of me is like, no, you should ride with your partner, and it's while you guys make those allegations, we laugh at that because we're still strong, we're united. But there's the other part though where those type of allegations, whether they're debunked or not, sometimes they don't go away and it lingers.
Yeah.
And that may potentially impact, even though it is deemed that you tell your partner, hey, I didn't do it, that's not true, and she believes you, those allegations are still floating around. You will still hear it every now and then, and it might potentially hurt home. Now when you start a family and you have kids, now these allegations are coming up again.
No, but the allegations are to not your fault. It's not your fault. It's your status.
Right.
It's the family you created. It's the success you got.
Right.
And you're being punished because of it? And your woman doesn't have your back?
Well,
I'm with Jay on this. Also, remember, we're talking allegations.
Yeah.
So this is allegations that are not true, potentially. So I just, maybe you're right, Jay. Maybe I'm living in a world, I have this loyalty to me that just thinks like, if someone knows me well enough, they would wait until the facts come out before they would like throw me down the river, like, you know what I mean? Because it's an allegation. So imagine like ending a relationship with someone over an allegation that you find out to be false. So if you have a good relationship, the person is good to you and all of these things, and someone makes up a lie, you're gonna be willing to like cause issues in a relationship over a lie. Like, it doesn't matter what the other people think, basically. You know what I mean? Because it's false. So if you know it's false, they know it's false, and the majority of the world knows it's false, why do we care what a few crazy lunatics who are into conspiracy theory, who they will never believe it's true even if you give them the evidence? Why would you ruin a good thing when it's just an allegation? I would stay loyal because I don't care what anybody says if I know it to be a fact that it's not true.
Two supporting facts that what Uncle Sammy said. One, Uncle Sammy, we don't live in a delusional world. Men and women are different. That's why we have bro code. I'll have your back at the end of the day, regardless, right? Women don't have that. They're always looking to one-up each other.
True. Yeah.
I'm generalizing.
Yeah.
But in most cases, that's the situation. You agree? You guys agree with that?
I agree with
that.
There's
a mutual bro code.
Yeah.
Right? There's more trust. There's more loyalty. There's more like we are one with guys, right? And we transfer that to our partner. But we don't understand they operate slightly different. There's not that code, right? There's.
Do we have to say there's the exceptions to both sides? Because
yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm generalizing, but I'm saying for the most part.
Yeah.
The second part of that is Jay-Z right now needs his home life to be stable, a place where he has comfort, a place where he can go and cry. Right?
True.
Because
Yeah.
the stress is on his head right now. You need a safe place to be.
Yeah.
And your woman is supposed to provide that safe place.
Yeah.
That's what you expect as a guy.
Mm.
When you're all
Especially
going
if
through
they
rough
know
times,
you.
you hope that your woman will be there. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
reality is reality.
It's true. You know, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I do think though that, and okay, obviously they're two mega brands, right? So, but even just looking at regular people, right?
Right.
Looking at just us on a day to day is, and let's say there's chatter amongst the families, get-togethers and
Right.
reunions where
It happens at
You know?
workplaces too, right?
oh yeah, that's
You have
huge,
your
yeah?
girlfriend, you talk to this person at work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden someone said, you guys have a relationship outside
Yeah.
of work. Like, and then you come home and your wife says, why am I hearing this?
Right.
Yeah.
What? Just because I'm charismatic or
True.
I'm a cool guy at work
Yeah.
and things like that. All of a sudden you're believing these people over me?
That's true.
Does that make any sense? Isn't that the reason you fell in love with me?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Uncle Sammy.
Or maybe she's
Yeah,
just
no,
jealous that
because-
someone else fell in love with your personality just as much as she
Yeah.
did. I'm kidding, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's tough. But again, it's like when that chatter comes around, it's yes, I believe that's not who you are and you didn't do anything, but at some point those whispers eventually becomes like yelling in your ear and you're hearing it over and over, and now it's like now there's tension in the house.
But you as a man, if
Yeah.
those whispers keep on coming over and over again and you know they're not true and you can't control it,
Yeah.
what do you do? What do you do?
I think you just reassure her as best as you can.
But why should you have to do that when you're the one suffering?
Hmm.
You are the one
Yeah.
suffering night in and day out. You have to deal with it. So you go outside, people say, oh, look at that cheater, look at that loser.
Yeah.
You're the one, and
Yeah.
you have to still come home, be strong about that, and reassure her when she should be the one that I got you back. Go out there and make the money.
Yeah, but I guess also too, my pain is your pain is my pain at the same time, right? I don't like looking at it that way, because it's like, well, your pain originated from my pain, so now I got to help you and help myself, right? I understand that point of view, but you could say, well, yeah, it's causing tension in the house.
Roles
right?
reversed,
Yeah.
right? And this is for you, Cash. Roles reversed. You're in a relationship, long term. Some guy came up to your man and said, she was with me last night. He comes to you and asks you, is this true? Should he keep on pounding it and ask you and being worried and stuff like that?
No. If it's not true, it's not true. I'll just tell him.
Isn't that the same thing I said about the guy? If he just tells you it's not true, you should trust him then? I'm just saying. I'm just asking you. Is that not the same situation?
Yes.
Okay. Prove my point. Men and women are different.
True, but okay, Cash. Now, what if he keeps on questioning you about it because he's hearing it more and more? It's not
But
one
you see,
person.
that's the guy. I don't think
Yeah.
a guy would question her more.
Of course, there are guys.
You think the
that-
guy will just go to the other guy?
No, I
No?
think that's it.
No.
Next time the
No. No. There are some guys that are insecure like that they would actually.
I'm talking. Yes, there are some insecure guys, but to me, they're women. I'm sorry. In that situation,
Yeah.
you're becoming. I don't know the word, but you're not. You're losing your manliness
Yeah.
in that sense.
I know what you want to go. Why did I think? I know exactly where you're going.
My situation, I don't know, Uncle Sammy. If you told me nothing happened, nothing happened.
Yeah, that's exactly how I look at it too. Because
That's a
I
lie,
know the
Sam.
person well enough that I have to know that person's character. So I can't just assume and sell out this person's character over an allegation that I have to make sure is completely true before I could sell them out. Like, you know what I mean? I guess Jay and I are the same on this one.
Mm.
How would you react though? Someone told you
Yeah.
the parking lot, your neighbor.
Yeah.
You kind of know them, but you don't know them.
Yeah.
Been with your partner for years.
Mm-hmm.
Someone comes up to you, man, that was pretty good.
Well, for me, first off, I'll hear you out what you have to say. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna process it. I'm gonna try and figure out what's factual versus not factual based off of what they said. I'm gonna come home, have a talk with my partner. Hey, I heard X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Is this true? Yes or no? They say no. If they say no, which I expect them to
Right.
say no, I think I'll just ask a few more follow-up questions.
Of the things that didn't align in your head.
Yeah, I'd
right?
be like, hey, but
Right. And if
okay.
they had a valid explanation.
right, and
Yeah.
and that's why I say I'm going to try and
Yeah.
try and make fact from fiction from the
Right.
individuals. I'm like, okay, you said no. Interesting. Okay, remember that day you went to work? Well, this so and so said it was that day. And then you came home, whatever. You know what I mean? I'll just
Yeah.
try and ask follow-up questions. Doesn't mean I don't believe you. I just want to make sure I'm crossing everything off.
Right.
Because I don't want 6 months later to be like, hey, remember when I asked you? I thought of something else. You remember? I want to dead it right then and there. Get it all out of the way. I don't want to continue this later on. And at that point, if my partner says everything that I believe makes him say, no, I didn't do that, end of discussion.
Cool.
That's it.
All right.
How about you?
Yeah.
You be the same way, right?
Yeah.
Now, and okay, you heard it that one time, and a few months later you hear it again, and you
Yeah.
hear it again, but you're hearing it from different people.
The first thing that I would do, if I would get it out of the way and say, did you do this or not? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This one told me that. If that person comes back to me again,
Mm.
I would just choke them and say, show me proof.
Yeah.
Because I ain't coming back to my wife
Yeah.
and asking these questions.
Mm.
That's it. It's like,
That's
I'm not
true.
bringing this back in my household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Uncle Sammy, same situation. Your neighbor comes to you and said, boy, ting last week. You must watch where your wife go.
I would actually, JR kind of said exactly how I do it. And then after that, if like you have that discussion, and also I know, like you start looking at tendencies and things like that. If there's nothing there for you to question, and especially after that conversation, then you just let it go. You know what I mean? Until some sort of proof is there. But I don't think you'd be able to find that proof that second or what that person says. You gotta take the person's word for it. Who you trust and who you know.
Mm. Yeah.
People are horrible, man.
Yeah.
People are just horrible people trying to bring everyone down.
Mm-hmm.
Just because someone's better than you, you always try to bring them down.
It's true.
That'll never change.
Yeah.
That will never change.
Huh.
All right. Anything else on the Jay-Z topic? Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Honestly, man, just shame on you for coming out with some out of left field allegations. I mean, it's disgusting, especially the world that we live in. We know anything on that topic, all eyes and ears are going to be on it, right? So, and again, it's people are looking for that cash grab. They're looking for that moment, right? And you're not going after a millionaire, you're going after a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
So it's sad, but this is the world we live in. We got to figure out fact from fiction.
Yeah.